Hey guys, welcome to my channel and welcome to my very first sit down video. At this point we have tried everything, so it's just better to do it in the most imperfect way, and yeah, hope that you guys will enjoy this introduction video. But Mrs. as well. I don't know. So my names are Brenda, Ebenezer, Sandstrom, just because I'm a wife, and I am 28, heading to 29 this year, and yeah, that is my age. I reside in the southern highlands of Tanzania, and that makes me an aspiring, a trying farmer, because the southern highlands are well known for agriculture and it's the granary of this country. So I'm an entrepreneur, I am a farmer, and just recently a creative. So I hope that this creative space is gonna continue. A little bit of my background is I studied in Nairobi, Kenya, and I also studied here in Tanzania, part of my college and my high school, and I did study wildlife and tourism, and I worked in the national parks, Serengeti, Ngorongoro, Ruaha, as an assistant camp manager with a good company. And even then I wanted to share that part of my journey in the hopes that I can encourage young women aspiring to go into that field, because it was, at least then. Now I'm seeing more and more women come in, but back then it was a very male-dominated industry, and that's where the passion to share my story and to connect with people through my story actually came from, and that was back in 2017. And yes, I have been sitting on this dream for that long. I think it's 7 years now, if not more. But yeah, I think it's time that I finally say yes to what God has put into my heart. And of course, my journey now looks very different from what it was back then, but still the passion to share has not left my heart, so that's why we're here. Farming related videos, but also sit down videos like this once the courage is coming up, and then yeah, a bit of my faith as well, and what God is teaching me through the seasons of my life, which is a lot. So fun fact, talking about God and faith, it's this a time where I was really wondering and overthinking this YouTube journey, and I was just like, God, I do not have the courage. I cannot do this and this. Show me the way. I cannot do this, but still I want to do this. And I just was really thinking about it and just asking God, like, how can I do this and that. So it was at night, and then when I woke up in the morning, I grabbed my Bible, and as I opened my Bible, I landed on Exodus 4:12, and it was a story of when God called Moses to go and deliver the people of Egypt, the people of Israel in Egypt. And as I read through those verses and just the conversation between Moses and God, Moses was debating with God and just back and forth that he's not the right person for the job and all this stuff. And God just finally tells him in verse 12 that, go, I will tell you what to say and I will teach you how to speak, bearing in mind that he had this stammering going on and he just felt so inadequate to do the job that God had asked him to do. So God tells him those words in verse 12, and to me at that point it really spoke to me, and I know that God was telling them to Moses, but that morning it felt that God was telling them to me that just go, just start that YouTube channel and he will teach me what to say. And since then he's been faithful. I know I didn't go right away and record my first video and do all this stuff, but he's put it into my heart to share my story and just to share my journey and for his glory to be glorified through my life. And so that was his promise as I come into this YouTube space, and I knew that if God got me, then there's nothing to be afraid of, although I have been afraid, but I am gonna try and obey his commands, and I'm going to be sharing also the lessons and the teachings. That was just one of it, but he's teaching me a lot of things and changing a lot of my thinking and even the way I view the Bible and spirituality, and I would love to share that on this channel as well. So that's a little story about me, and I hope that you have gotten to know me just a little bit better. Once the courage comes up, we are gonna be sharing more and more together, and I pray that God keeps you till the next time. Thank you.